Now I know what you thinking. I know what y'all thinking now. Some of y'all saw the title of this video and said, what the hell is Mac talking about? What is he talking about? But let me explain. Give me time to explain so we can do story time with Mac, right? And it's not a story involving me for real. It's just something I observed the other day. So the other day, I'm on the bus, right? CTA bus, Southside Chicago. I'm on the bus. I get behind this white woman in her mid-60s. So I'm sitting behind her on the bus. You know, they have the double chairs. I'm sitting in the seat behind her, right? And you know, older people, this white woman, again, in her mid-60s. Older people, they have their font on their text messages and on their screen bigger because a lot of them have seeing problems, right? And so she got her font big, and I can't help but to look at her text messages. At first, I'm on the bus minding my own goddamn business. I was at first, until I see the text that come through her phone. She get a text from a dude asking her, "Are you a dom?" with a question mark. Now, a lot of y'all may not know what the word dom is or what it means or whatever. And listen, I had no idea what this meant before until one day I went down a rabbit hole researching some information because I saw somebody else use this term, right? The dude asked her, "Are you a dom?" Right? And this is some old BDSM slang. These words for BDSM, that dominatrix BDSM type sex stuff. And she responds to that question with, "Switch, but I'm more of a sub." Okay? Now, when I see these text messages, I'm looking at this older white lady like, God damn, what do you be doing? You freakzilla. You freaked out, baby. What do you be got going on in your personal life, right? Now, dom is a dominant person doing sex. It's a certain phrase for doing that BDSM type sex. And sub is submissive person in this sex world and all that type of stuff, right? And a switch is a person that likes to go back and forth, right? So I looked up switch because when I saw these text messages, I like, damn, let me look up what the hell a switch is. But I figured I used context clues to figure out what she was saying, right? So, okay, let's go through it again. He asked her, "Are you a dom?" in the text messages. She says, "Switch, but I'm more of a sub." To which the man responds to that text message with, "Okay, good, because I'm more of a top." And now I got confused. Like, what the hell? Top. That's a word I hear used, you know, when we talking about homosexual people when they having relations with each other, right? A top and a bottom. That's stuff I hear from, you know. So I'm like, what's going on? So now I'm looking like, I had to look like, this is a woman? And it was a woman. It was a woman for real. You know, at least to my knowledge, right? So I'm like, damn, what is this? Man, I'm telling you, this lady is in her mid-60s. And this is the stuff that she got coming through her phone. Super freaked out. So listen, I know you thinking that's crazy. Wait, there's more. There's more. Stay with me now. Like Ocho Cinco say, stay with me. Now stay with me. Stay with me. So after she gets this text message, she goes into her Snapchat. Yes, I'm looking all in this lady phone at this point. I want to know what the hell she got going on. She go into her Snapchat and pull up a message thread in her Snapchat. Now, y'all know in Snapchat, when you message somebody, the message disappears. But she got it on a setting where all her messages are saved with this person. Her entire conversation is saved. So when she opens up this message thread to this dude named Steven, right? The first message I see at the top is, "But can you teach me though?" Right? And I'm like, whoa, what the hell does this dude want to be taught by? This woman, this freaked out woman. And to which she responds, "Yes, I can." Right? And then he responds to her, he say, "That's what I like about you. You down for whatever." And she says, "Yes, I am." I said, oh, shit, man. This is a super freak. This is crazy to me. I'm like, yo, what is this woman into? She done went from one dude in a text message to another dude in the Snapchat, and it's a freaked out conversation. She in it to win it. In it to win it. Now, look. Some of this, well, I didn't have to educate some of y'all, because some of y'all freaked out freak of the week. And y'all not new to this, y'all true to this. So y'all know what these terms mean. These terms mean and shit. Y'all used to this. But to me, I am hood freaky. Hood freaky. Regular stuff in the hood people do when they freaked out. I'm not like into a lifestyle freaky. Like I'm not BDSM whips and chains and Jack Harlow shit. I don't need no whips and chains. I don't need none of that. I don't want no handcuffs. I don't want to be handcuffed to a goddamn thing. Because my worst fear is that the girl have a heart attack and my ass is in here handcuffed to this bed and I can't move and I'm stuck. What's that damn movie that was on Netflix? Where that woman, it was a woman that got stuck to the bed, handcuffed to the bed. The dude had a heart attack and he died and she was cuffed to the bed. It was a movie. It might have been based on a novel, I think, but it was on Netflix for a little minute, right? And then I'm just not into that. I remember Denzel was in this movie. What movie was that? Ricochet? When he was handcuffed to the bed and they had a prostitute sleep with him and gave him like a STD in one of them damn movies so his wife can feel like, so his wife can think he was cheating on her. Like, man, it was crazy. Like, I think it was Ricochet in that movie. Denzel was handcuffed to the bed. They had a prostitute come rolling up on him and all that, right? But anyway, yeah. So I'm not into no handcuffs. You're not whipping me or nothing. I never envisioned being dominated sexually by a woman. Now, to each his own. To each his own. Some of y'all do your own thing. And listen, I'm not here to, I kink shame some shit. I'm not going to lie. Some stuff I'm just going to I know it sounds bad. I'm a kink shame some stuff. Because some stuff is just like, what the hell do you got going on? That you want this done to you. This is some shit you might need to go to therapy for. Right? But in general, I never want to be dominated by a woman sexually. That's not a desire of mine. I do the dominating around this motherfucker. I never want to be dominated by no woman sexually. So when he asks, are you a dom? I'm like, oh, this brother, what? Because when I think about being a dom in that BDSM world, I think about a dude getting spanked. And y'all remember on the Players Club when Ronnie went to them, Ronnie and Ebony went to them white folks' house and white men's house. They were like police officers and ATF agents and all that type of stuff and all of that. And she was paddling the dude and he was getting off on it and she was talking disrespectful to him and he was like, yes, ma'am. And he was all into that shit and it's dudes like that out here. I'm not one of them motherfuckers. That's no. I don't get off on a woman talking crazy. Like when I say crazy, disrespecting me and talk like, no, not for me. I'm not gonna get off on a woman talking to me like I ain't shit. That's not a thing that's gonna make my nature rise. Nor do I want to be spanked and none of that, right? So when I think of being a dom in the BDSM world, a woman being a dom, I think of the worst stuff possible. I think about whipping you with a damn whip, hitting you with a paddle. I think about her doing some of the most heinous stuff that involves the word leg. No, you think of the word leg and then replace the L with a P. And hell, fucking no. Absolutely not. That's what I think about. Think of the word leg and replace the L with the P. That's what I think about a woman being a dom. And I know some of y'all gonna try to educate me and say it's not that. I get it, y'all can educate me, but still, that's what I think about when I hear about a woman being a dom. Hey, no. Time out, flag on a play. Ain't gonna be none of that with me. I'm not with no woman dominating me. But anyway, I'm looking like, this is a freaked out woman here. But I always hear that women, as they get older, they like to have a lot more sex as they get older. Women hit their sexual peak later in life. Men hit their sexual peak earlier in their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see sometimes you see older women with younger guys because they know them younger guys can go a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? They like that stamina. You know, they got a little Red Bull. You know what I'm saying? They got their own version of Red Bull up in them. So they cool. But I'm just like, this woman is only this woman looks so innocent looking, so sweet looking, in her mid-60s, this older white woman. And look at her out here on freak nasty time. Freak man, freak woman. Freak woman. Yeah, that's her. Freak woman. Yeah, that's her. She all with it. Oh my God. I'm looking at the phone like, ooh. I'm like, damn, what did you got going on at the crib, lady? She got it cracking in that mom. You hear me? But yeah, I saw them words. I said, whoa, what is going on in this woman's everyday life and her conversations? Because again, I saw them words, dom, top, and whoa. But then when he asked her is she a dom, and she said switch, but I'm more of a sub. And then he responded, okay, good, because I'm more of a top. And I'm like, yo, again, I thought it was, I'm like, is this the dude that I think is a woman? But it was a woman. But you know, people be into all different type of stuff in their sex life. So ain't no telling what was going on in there. But I don't know for a fact, but I'm almost 90% certain that was a woman that I was looking at. 95%, because it looked like a woman all the way through and through. But I know she was in her mid-60s. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like if I can get away with screen recording her, or not screen recording, I'm sorry. If I could have got away with recording her and recording them messages, I would have sent it to y'all. But like, I'm never gonna record and take pictures of people in public, because I'll be the one that get caught doing it and all that. No, and I really don't want the woman's face and name or face, people to recognize her, and then, you know, it'd be come back on her crazy, and people be looking at her wild, and it mess up her reputation or whatever. But I just know when I saw that from this older woman, I said, damn, older people be some freaks out here, boy. And I bet you it was a young dude she was talking to. I bet money that was not a dude her age. That dude she was messaging probably was like early 30s, probably my age, 32. Or he might have been late 20s or something. Maybe mid 30s. It was a dude, I bet you the dude was much younger than her. Because how he was talking, he was ready for the freak world. And you know, all this BDSM stuff, I remember he got popular during that 50 Shades of Grey era. Ma saw that movie and wanted to get into whips and chains and all of that, and putting on the dominatrix suits. And some people been into all of that already. But that 50 Shades of Grey movie opened up another bag for a lot of people. Opened up Pandora's box for some. You feel me? But I'm like, this lady, some older people be freaked out. Freaky as hell.